Hi everyone, my name is Stevy Acevedo and welcome back to another episode of the Curator's Corner. Today in this episode we'll be talking about Anokia. For those who might not know, Anokia was a large mansion built by Anita Baldwin, daughter of Elias Jackson Baldwin. It stood tall in an Italian Renaissance revivalist style at what is now the northeast corner of Foothill Boulevard and Baldwin Avenue. Although no longer standing, Anokia was a testament to the luxury and high status that the Baldwin family enjoyed. The story of Anokia begins with Lucky Baldwin's purchase of Rancho Santa Anita in 1875. This land would later become the city of Arcadia, but also incorporated parts of other cities such as Pasadena and Monrovia. A year later, Lucky and his then-wife Jenny Dexter would welcome a daughter, Anita. Anita would be the third of Lucky's daughters, but arguably the one that he was closest to. It was said that Jenny Dexter was the love of Lucky's life, and the three lived happily together until Jenny's untimely passing 5 years later. In 1898, Lucky Baldwin's Baldwin Hotel in San Francisco, one of Lucky's real estate holdings, would burn to the ground. Having lived as a high-profile socialite in the Berkeley area, Anita chose to move south to live on the ranch, following the hotel's demise. Lucky himself would pass in 1909, and upon his death, Anita inherited about 8,000 acres of Rancho Santa Anita, near the fledgling city of Arcadia that Lucky had incorporated. Anita took time to handle her father's estate, closing up the Queen Anne's cottage and selling off much of her father's furniture. But at the same time, she looked to build for herself a mansion that encompasses the taste of high society and would be artistically influenced by her travels and philanthropic passions. To design her house, she hired Arthur B. Benton, a famous architect who had designed the Mission Inn, and at the time was also working on designing the San Gabriel Mission Playhouse. In 1914, Anita's mansion was completed and was named Anokia to join together the words Anita and Oak. The house was done in white marble and had 50 rooms and sat on 19 acres of property. There was also tennis courts, a swimming pool, a bowling alley, a billiards room, a personal gym, aviaries, kennels, stables for Anita's horses, a music studio, and a bathhouse to make it look like a Greek Parthenon. Anita commissioned the artist Maynard Dixon to create several of Native American life and Celtic scenes to decorate her rooms. Rooms in her mansion contained Tiffany lamps, fireplaces with tiles made to resemble peacocks, and stained glass windows. Anita Baldwin would pass in 1939. In 1944, Anokia was purchased by Lori B. McClasson, Baldwin's former personal secretary, and the property was converted to a girls' private school. The school was made co-ed in 1960s and would remain a school until 1990. In the late 90s, it was announced that the mansion would be demolished and rezoned against the wishes of a strong contingency of locals who did not want Anokia to be demolished. According to Councilman Robert Harbit, there was no existing budget or fund to preserve the mansion. A friend of Anokia group headed by locals Forrest Bisaki, Winston Bisaki, and Michael Mulvihill arose to challenge the Arcadia City Council's decision to demolish the mansion and develop the 20 acres. Although Anokia no longer stands, the Gill Museum collects the items that once belonged to the historic home. Here in the Anita Baldwin exhibit, we have a diorama, wallpaper, and the windows that once were at Anokia. Here on exhibit, we also have the fire hose cart from Anokia from the 1900s. We also have a water fountain that once stood in Anokia. Thanks once again for joining us for this episode of the Curator's Corner. We hope to see you next time. Bye!